One of the lovely things about Letter to Brezhnev, especially for Frank Clarke and myself, is the fact that it touches on the seafaring tradition of Liverpool. And it was great to shoot this scene. Of course, the ship was just standing up in dry dock, I guess. My father went away to sea for years. We're all connected with the sea in Liverpool. I always remember Frank saying that Letter to Brezhnev was more about two guys going out meeting sailors rather than the two girls going out meeting sailors, because that was the sort of vibe that we were involved with at the time. And how the big romantic thing for the boys or the girls was to be able to pull a nice foreign exotic sailor who usually had his payoff and could wine and dine you and sometimes pay for a hotel. So it was with that sort of cultural background that they cropped up in the first part of Letter to Brezhnev. We really wanted to sort of take an ordinary story off the streets, Liverpool in this case, and give it a sort of a Hollywood gloss. Now obviously Super 16mm, 3 lights, fuck all budget, made that a little difficult. Most of the feedback I got from people was they were amazed at this sort of magic hour shot, which is the sort of half hour before daylight and before nighttime that we managed to shoot the aerial shot over Liverpool. And what we'd hoped to do was have this amazing aerial shot all over Liverpool, showing the docks, the skyline, and then arrive down on the street just as the bus pulled up for the first scene. Now obviously we couldn't do that, there was no way we could do that on the budget we had, but we were able to evoke that feeling. I mentioned on the making of footage my experiences working in a chicken factory in Holland, and the white wellies and the white coats. God, Leslie Walker, a lady I haven't thought about for some time, was the editor. And she'd edited, I think she went on to edit Mona Lisa. And she'd done The Tempest for Derek Jarman. Probably this sort of aerial shot of Liverpool that was the scariest moment in making the film. Because you go up in this battered, shaky little helicopter with your legs dangling outside the door. And it's freezing cold and the noise is unbelievable. And I think it was the scariest thing I've ever done. It was a bit like a very dangerous roller coaster ride. So this was the bus turn up and the introduction of Elaine. Now, Tracy Lee, who plays Tracy Lee, we called the character Tracy Lee because she could play herself, as she wasn't an equity actress. And she was just brilliant, and there was no way we were not going to use her. So, and I'm glad we did, because she's brilliant. I think she was one of the best bitches of the 80s. And this scene is actually shot in Kirkby. What was funny about this scene for me is when we had this big long track. I'd never even seen a track, let alone use one. The artists were weirded out by it. I was weirded out by it. And all the little details of how one should perform with lights, for instance, the actresses getting in each other's light, all that sort of business.
It rains in Casablanca as well, you know. Go away, does it? All the things you learn outside a pub. Come on. Do I look okay? Has me Mazzy smudging? What about me? Has it stayed up? Tracy, you threw a full can of lacquer on it before you came out. It's going to take a monsoon to shift that block. Now, come on.
Another thing about watching the film is how slow it is. I hope this is the case with lots of movies made in the 80s, the pace at which they work.
Bye, Teresa. Hi, Elaine. Hi, Tracy. Ooh, let's squeeze my ass in next to you. You just finished work? Yeah, there's a bit of overtime going. Should have finished at 5. God, it's not packed tonight, isn't it? Still on the chicken factory then? Yeah, but it's doing me head in. What exactly do you do?
This was probably the first scene that I realised that a hell of a lot of the audience outside of Liverpool in the north were not going to understand the accents. And I remember Frank and I having an argument with this guy who was revoicing the film for American audiences with the actresses. And his concern was to try and give them all proper English accents. And we sort of fought that battle and managed to keep the original idiom. But it was suggested by the American distributor that there should be subtitles.
Oh, come on, Tracy, we've all done it. Give once and I tits fell down, we've loved it and all. It's just that some people like her get copped and some people like you don't. Teresa, don't copy me.
Tracy Lee now spends most of her time looking after a beautiful daughter, Rhiannon.
Leave it out. She's only a kid. Anyway, forget it before it gets out of hand. I'm going to God, Elaine, what are you doing with her? I know she's a nice girl and everything, but she can be one jealous bitch.
Does amuse me, Margie, with a pint.
You know Mick fucked her off, don't you? Well, I thought it was the other way around. No, that's what she wants people to think. He fucked her off and copped off with her over there. Do you think we better go over? No, it'll be okay. And you shouldn't even be in here at your age. Never mind sniffing around fellas old enough to be your father.
Hi, Teresa. Hello.
What's making me laugh is where's the picture of Toya on the wall come from?
The crap up your ass.
I've never noticed that before. Toya Wilcox is in my film.
Hi, Mick, who are you with?
Just go from the toilet. I'll come sit down.
Yeah, I'll be over in a minute.
Don't suppose you've got any money on you, have you?
How much do you want?
Come on, Bluey.
Yeah, hang on a minute. Oh, Mick, love, is that $5 I owe you?
I'll just go get some.
Oh, no, thanks, love.
What about you two? Oh, yeah. Right, then. See you later.
I'll be over in a minute. He must have been looking out for me. I think he was looking out for your purse, wasn't he? Well, he's normally loaded. Just that he's been laid off. Anyway, I'll get over and have a gab. See you later. Yeah, see you later, Tracy. Tra. Thank God he came in. I couldn't have put up with her whinging God much longer. Do you fancy going somewhere else? Like where, Teresa? There's nowhere up here. I fancy going into town, but I'm skint. I'd offer to take you, Elaine, but I've only got my mum's wages, and if I don't give them to her, she'll chaw the face off me. Purse strings are tight, love. I wasn't shopping incident, I just fancy getting away for a few hours. I know.
We were always really concerned that people should like these characters and agree with their morality, you know. Should she or shouldn't she spend her mother's wages?
Oh, fuck me, man, the wages. Let's jump a taxi into town. I thought you said she'll chaw the face off you. She will. But look, I won't feel a thing. Because I intend to get fucking legs. You were giving her the eye. I saw you.
I only winked.
She winked back at you.
I can't help that.
Can't you? Well, I'll wink the eyes on you, son.
Will you?
Yeah.
Will you?
So in this particular scene now, I have to stand in. When he throws the water, the drink in fact, he's actually throwing it at me. And then when we, because we couldn't afford to have the, we only had one costume, and it would have took too long in makeup. So I actually stood in.
Whoever did the planning for all this wants his balls roasted. Excuse me language, girls.
What are we getting a taxi for?
Just look at
And to my horror, I've been told that they were real spliffs. You live and learn, eh? I wondered why they were very happy that night. And I think as well, Carl Chase, the actor there you've seen in loads of movies, The Mummy, Alien, 3, oh God, he's been in all kinds of movies. He was actually a taxi driver. I think he turned up with his taxi.
It was the oranges that did it. Never mind laughing.
And Frank did a clever thing here. The girls are about to do a runner from the cab, but he knew that that would lose sympathy. And he come up with a lovely line. They share the spliff and a moment with the cab driver, and Elaine asks her later on why they didn't do a runner from the taxi, and Teresa said, well, it was one of us, you know, you wouldn't want to take a living off someone. And that was a really crucial piece in the drama to establish that sympathy with the audience, and to tell you that, and also these people are us, you know. Basically, what Frank was writing about was us. They are us. That was the community we mixed in. All these characters are drawn from our experience. Greek club room above a club. And Margi's very fond of mind-sweeping, or rather Teresa's very fond of mind-sweeping throughout the movie. If there's any spare drinks going, she gets them. Now, the lady there in the fur coat is like one of Margi's oldest mates as well. So that thing of having all our mates in the film, because obviously they were prepared to do it for nothing. And we scoured Liverpool for these two handsome guys. So in 1984, they would have been regarded as a good catch.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Well, just don't pour me, okay?
In Liverpool.
I'll buy you a drink.
I don't want a drink, I've got one here. Here, all right, I'll have a drink off you.
You like to dance with me?
No, she wouldn't.
Okay, I'll pay for a dance. How much you want? £5, £10? I'll pay for a dance, yeah?
Look here.
You would have thought wardrobe would have got him to do his flies up properly, though.
Come on, I'll have a dance with you. Nice looking lad like you.
Dimitri, here's okay. My name is Raina, and you?
Elaine.
I can remember telling this actor, whose name I can't remember, it's terrible, yet feel her arse. Really feel her arse. And also the other actor with Alex to feel her arse. And both Margi and Alex were mortified.
So where are you from then, Raina?
Oh, I come from Cyprus, but I've been in England now 12 years. And you?
Some of my directing is very much from the Claire Bow school, isn't it?
I don't know South, but perhaps you show me around sometime.
Yeah, I will.
Ooh, this drink's gone right through my system. We're just going to have to go to the lab. You know, lab of us. We weigh empty minutes.
I'm just going to powder my nose, love.
Okay. You hurry back in.
Yeah, I'll be back in a minute.
There's one of our designers taking a pee.
Come on, soft girl.
One of the things about Brezhnev as well is we had an amazing gaffer. Obviously the DOP, Bruce McGowan, was really on the case. I mean, the amount of equipment he had to play with was very minimal, and so did the gaffer. But we had to basically choose places to shoot in where there was available light, where there was a big floodlight or something else.
Oh, don't be daft. What's the chance of the button into them two again? When did you learn how to drive? Now? Oh!
You're looking custy tonight, girls.
Now this scene is total homage to Billy Wilder. Down she goes into the ladies' toilets.
And one more for a minute, just go in there. Go get me.
and the transformation takes place. Stillies, red dress, an entire night's outfit in a small bag. Everybody's been in this situation, or I hope everyone's been in this situation in a nightclub or a bar somewhere where they're sitting there expecting, hoping, and suddenly across the room they see someone who takes their eye. And it always fascinates me that, this, at the time I didn't realise, but this scene struck such a chord, because I thought it was a bit cheesy myself, but it was also a bit of a nightmare for the editor because some people could dance and some people couldn't, so trying to get some rhythm into the look of the piece, you know. And there's the lips, Margi's lips.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Actually, it's a cross between Billy Wilder and Elsie Tanner, for those who can remember Elsie Tanner.
2 families, please.
I know what this film's telling me now. I should have had 5 years at film school. Actually, Sandra is really beautiful, isn't she? I mean, I've always known she's beautiful, but it's just amazing to see those close-ups again. But why did we let her wear those diamante earrings, fuck? And what self-respecting Russian sailor would go into a disco in Liverpool with that type of hat on? When I saw this in Liverpool for the first, that look of Peter Firth, what made me laugh about it was I seen the look coming round and the music building, and I heard this gasp of delight, and I looked behind over my shoulder expecting to see, you know, about 10, 16-year-old schoolgirls, and it was about 10, 40-year-old men. It was very popular with the puffs. And here we go, more of the same. Minesweeping. And for anyone who's making a film out there, the fucking amount of product placement in this film, and we never got a penny. I think Pills and the other lager companies and the wine companies should have sent us a fucking big fat check.
Teresa, good God, I didn't recognise you.
I know I look like a little doll, don't I?
You look gorgeous, but where did you get all the gear from?
Never go anywhere without me bit, just in case.
But why don't you dress like that all the time?
No, I'd rather go into work looking plain and not surprised at the fellas when they see me looking like this.
You look a bit weird, you feel all right? Oh, I feel fine. I've just spotted some gorgeous fella sitting over there. Oh, he's lovely, Teresa. Wait till you see him.
Wait my ass, let's judge ourselves over there and get a slice of man before some other floozies get the
I can't actually remember seeing many British films or television programmes, for that matter, up to this time, that had such earthy language.
Teresa, don't.
Oh, I just love sailors. No one told me there was a ship in.
Well, what happened? Is he looking at me?
Which one?
Don't look now. But the one with the blonde hair, see if he's giving me the eye.
Elaine? They're on the way over? And you remember what I said? They are to get.
Excuse me, would you and your friend like to join our company?
Do you fancy it, Elaine? Why don't you join us?
Here?
See you, the sailor.
Of course he's a sailor, Doctor.
My name is Peter. This is my friend Sergei.
Pleased to meet you, Peter. Sergei. My name's Elaine, and this is Teresa.
Hey, with a name like Sergei, you've got to be from somewhere like, Norway.
Norvegia.
Oh, wow, that's sweet, then. I could have swore you from somewhere cold like that. Where are you from?
You're from Russia, aren't you?
Hey, how'd you know that?
I read about it in the Echo tonight. Aren't you seen on some public relations exercise or something like that?
Is something like that.
Hey, I go. Do you want to dance?
This is one of my favourite scenes because the notion of two people from
For just one
different
minute,
cultures and the silly things that they might talk about and the simple things that matter to them. And I think it's really, it's one of my favourite love scenes that I've read anyway. I'm being very conceited here talking about my own work in this way, but it really is one of my favourite love scenes.
From all over the Soviet Union go there in summer for beach.
That's one of the things I'm proud of with Brezhnev as well. I mean, Frank was able to write such deep, meaningful love and affection, and there was no pink bits,
Not like here.
you know, no major humping.
I see your friend. She likes to have a good time with the men.
Yeah. She works long hours in the chicken factory, you see, so when she finishes work, she likes to get out and have a good
It
time.
is quite a horny picture without there being any dirty bits, isn't it?
You work?
No. I wish I did, but there's a bit of a work problem in England at the moment.
You know, in Soviet Union, if you don't work, you don't eat.
It's a bit like that here as well.
So you don't eat.
Well, no. It's not quite that bad yet.
I think we shot all these scenes in the state in half a
He's a
day.
big lad, isn't he? Does he come from the same place as you?
No, it's from Leningrad.
Which is not bad going at all, really. I couldn't fucking do it now.
Good time.
I think it's the only time I've been on schedule. No, it's not. Tell a lie. It's a fact the 80s was fucking crap for fashion, wasn't it? Fuck me. Well, if all these essays, extras see themselves, they're just going to be so horrified, aren't they? Yes, all the hairdressers should be shot. This shows you, this like nice little slow motion sequence shows you, that, you know, I'd never shot anything in slow motion like this before, and We were so piss poor, and the amount of equipment we had was so limited that you can see the flickering of the light because it's in such slow motion. You're supposed to use flicker-free HMIs, they're called, and on this we didn't have a flicker-free HMI, so you have this very peculiar strobing effect. And the music adds so much to these scenes. That is all down, that sequence, to Leslie Walker just sitting there and hacking away frame, the editor, Leslie Walker sitting there and hacking away frame after frame after frame to just make it right, and then added on to that the beautiful music. 'Cause the music was pretty good for a shitty low-budget British feature. It was tremendous, Alan Gill, and this amazing German guy, Wolfgang, whose surname I can't pronounce. Ah, look at the state of that toilet. I guess the designer's got it right, because girls' toilets are always shitholes compared to the boys. Now, the designers in this scene suggested that I should throw a tea bag in the toilet to make it look like they'd been taking a pee. And I was horrified and thought it was a bit gross at the time, and refused to allow it. Then every time I've seen the film, I can see this spotlessly clean water. And the other thing is, these two are dirty bitches. They don't even wipe their arse or wash their hands afterwards. Look right past the sinks. Actually, it was another scene and I cut it out. They used wet wipes. They're clean, really.
Oh, well, it got off on us. Come on. I think somebody's just flung themselves under the bus.
Accidental.
Under the bus.
Why?
What's always happening? They'll scrape the body off the bus and we'll move off in a minute.
I hope we don't have to change buses. It always happens on the last bus, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Mit das nicht biegać. Поедешь безумный Brezhnev.
I think Peter Firth and Alfred Molina's, I think they were genuinely shocked by the kip of the extras on that.
Sorry about that, girls, but we was e-faced. We don't care. They both deliver out to us anyway, didn't they?
Terrible.
Very beautiful evening.
Oh, that fucking hat again. Every time that shot comes up, it haunts me. As I mentioned in the making, look at it. You can see it's made out of a Kellogg's cornflakes box, painted white with camera tape and a Russian badge stuck on the front. Shame. But thank God Jill had the wherewithal to sit there and cut it out. I think she used a Swiss Army knife.
One must simply believe in Russia.
Well, what about all the food shortages?
There are no food shortages.
Well, we read about it all the time in the papers about how you have to queue to buy food and all that.
We read same about you.
Queues are not caused by shortages. Queues are formed because the person in charge of distribution is a critic. The only real shortage in Soviet Union is that of beautiful girls. Like you.
Another thing that crosses my mind watching scenes like this of
Good morning, Davis and Timmins. Can I help you? Can I
poor
put you
people
through?
who just meet each other in extraordinary circumstances. I mean, Liverpool is just, it's probably true of most other cities, but Liverpool is just full of that. When you listen to when you listen to your mum and dad talking, or your aunties and uncles, or your mates' mums and dads, the way they explain how they met, the way they talk about their relationships with one another, it always comes across in such a beautiful, romantic way. Oh, the worst shot in the film. That was not industrial light and magic, no. No way. When that played in the cinema in Liverpool, that fucking shot at the star got the biggest laugh of the evening. The whole audience fell apart. So we had to pretend that it was meant to be a joke, but in fact it wasn't. We'd spent hours trying to get it right.
That's what happens when you have to give up.
What?
Oh, nothing. Come on.
My cousin's Chippy. They talk about bringing it. My cousin had a Chinese and a Chippy on Duke Street. I don't think they're there anymore.
Bet you've got lovely big thick muscles like your eyeballs. What do you reckon of that? That's me chicken on. 800 chicken's ass is the day I do with that. Come on.
Where are we going to go after this?
Let's all bail back the ship. We can't.
What? Peter's just told me it's against regulations to have people on the ship.
Okay, now, what type of ship is it?
Can't they sneak us back? No, we can't.
Well, what are we going to do then?
We could go and get a hotel.
These two don't look like they've got a ruble between them.
But we've got all that money, haven't we?
Elaine, hotels are dead expensive. It'll cost us a bomb.
Well, go on, Teresa. If it's the money, I'll pay you back. It's just that I'm really into him, honest I am. I've never felt like this before. Go on, please.
Looks like I've got no option, doesn't it? You still on the pill? Literally now, isn't it?
Salt and vinegar?
No thanks, love. Not on these.
Chicken.
No, that's to stop this chicken laying an egg.
Fish and chips?
Yeah, love. Hey, who the fuck are you giving your dirty locks to?
Come on, shall we go?
Better have one. I think you better get your face back to the second-hand shop you got it from. Look, I know. I love it. Like yourself.
Fucking Russians. Hey, where are you going? What, I had a shit out or what?
Fucking Charlie! Go on, Charlie! Charlie! Go on! You fucking communist aggressors!
You fucking communist aggressors.
It's nice, isn't it?
Again, the producer's flat. Oh no, this wasn't actually, this was in a real hotel, but what happened was we were shooting in a hotel near where I live now, around Sefton Park, and we'd managed to shoot half the bedroom scenes, and then somebody set off a smoke machine in the bar downstairs during a fucking darts match. So this really important darts match was destroyed. We were shooting upstairs, darts matched down below. So we all got booted out the hotel. I was sort of quickly gotten out the back door and ran round the front, and people, you know, bodies were flying in all sorts of directions, and there were punches thrown, I believe, and we managed to escape with most of the equipment and whatever, so we had to go to the producer's flat to finish the rest off. So suddenly halfway through the film, the rooms change. But that throbbing fucking red light is still there. What possessed me? This is it, you see, you watch too many films and try to copy them. I just wanted a throbbing red neon light outside the door. I'd probably watch Touch of Evil or something, you know.
Well, there's my chance for something else. And yours as well. Even if it is just for the one night, we'll always have the memory of it, won't we? And no one can take that away from us, can they?
The dialogue in these scenes is so fab.
Well, no, you know. It's just that I work all week and that dump doing a job that's fucking disgusting. The reason I do that job is because I want to survive. Can't bear the idea of being skint. So when I do get some money, I like to spend it on me.
Yeah, I guess why it struck a chord was when you listen to the dialogue between Teresa and Elaine, and actually the lives a lot of people had. Yeah, you can go on and say that writers like Bleasdale and writers like Frank Clarke and Willie Russell, Liverpool writers, and to some extent Jimmy McGovern, have the other working classes going on and crying about their lot. But it was fucking bad. It was really, really bad shit, and particularly for women. So I guess loads and loads of women were. I mean, I remember someone asked me someone told me once they thought Chris Bernard was a girl because they thought it must have been a woman. I mean, they could tell, but you know, it was written by Frank, but I think he's the only lad in amongst 9. There's about 10 of them in their family. You know, and they had it hard. There it goes, that fucking light.
Strong that is. It's pulsating. There's someone here, really close to you.
I spoilt the bloody scene with that.
Like maybe a girlfriend or a wife.
I've got Alfred Molina and Margi Clarke on a bed doing this boss dialogue, and what do I go and fucking do? Stick a bleeding big red light on them. To wonder I didn't ruin the man's career.
She's very protective, your friend.
I think she's a little bit worried in case you turn out to be a sex maniac.
Me? Sex maniac?
But I don't know you, do I? I mean, I haven't given a chance.
No. I don't think you'd take any chance.
Obviously the person on the switch has got really tired because it's now going at half the speed it was before. So a lesson to everyone, don't use a throbbing red light. Don't use any fucking throbbing light.
I'm only 26, mate. I'm not married. I could have been engaged 4 times. I've got this thing about settling down. You know, with me being secretary, I'll get to travel everywhere. You know, Paris, New York, Amsterdam. And the moon. I get to go to the moon. Well, I may as well, because you can't understand a word I'm saying, can you, Rago? Your English isn't very good, is it? No, well, neither's my typing.
Hasn't Fred Molina got the most expressive eyes?
I know this sounds a bit stupid.
He doesn't have many lines, does he? Chicken. Fort Liverpool.
I don't mind. Close your eyes.
I should have just been able to pay him a walk-on-one fee, shouldn't I?
Okay, but what for?
Clothes. Look, it's my star.
Oh, Peter. It's lovely.
I think from now it will remind me of you.
You shouldn't say things like that. We've only just met.
Oh, does it matter?
Of course it matters. Look, you're going back to Russia tomorrow, and I'm going to be stuck here. I just want to make it fun.
Oh, this is reminding me of someone showed me an ad in a Lonely Hearts column in the Time Out. And it was a girl writing and saying she wanted to meet a man who was like the sailor from, the blonde sailor from Letter to Brezhnev.
And I understand that you've got to give girls a load of verbal romance.
I wonder, did she ever meet him?
Well, I'm here, aren't I? On the bed. So you don't have to waste your star story on me.
I don't just want to make love with you.
Don't you think I'm attractive?
I think you're very beautiful.
It's knowing what I know now about the whole process of filmmaking. Well, I'm not saying I know,
It's enough for me also.
you know, sort of
to just
18 years on and sort of a considerable amount of television drama under my belt and other things. And there was obviously on this, I mean, Bruce McGowan was extremely talented DOP and we had a very good gaffer, good sound recordist and a number of other people, but really we just did not have the type of crew. Everyone was a baby. Everyone was a complete baby. They'd done mainly, I'd worked on the programme Brookside, and there we go, the star again. They'd mainly worked on the programme Brookside, and we just didn't, you know, we had very, very minimal equipment, and I mean, it is tacky and amateur in part, but there's a hell of a lot of it that's really, really well done, considering particularly the night shoot stuff.
It's about 8 o'clock.
And we didn't have the time. That was it, 3 weeks to shoot this film, maybe 20 days at most. That's pretty.
Yes, I did too.
Did you?
This shot, I remember it being windy outside, and we had to put the tripod on top of this
Around here?
battered old Bedford van, and it blows in the wind, and we had to wait for the wind to sort of calm down because it was just wobbling about too much. You see the trees reflected in the window, they're blowing around. And that lovely little bit of business from Peter, which he put in himself about being bowled over and in love, covers the time to the other curtains opening.
State of this room. It's great fun, isn't it? Anyway, what time is it? 5 o'clock. Oh, Christ, I've missed work. I'll have to send a sick note in.
I wonder how many people have been in minty knocking shops like that, or minty hotels, and they've had nowhere else to go. Everyone around me, of course, is laughing at that statement. So have you stayed in hotels like this, have you? That's where you take your birds.
Yeah, some people do.
No, not to go on a date with him.
You didn't give him a good going over? No, I didn't. How come? I don't know, it just didn't seem to matter.
Look, the knickers under the bed.
Admittedly.
They probably weren't from us. That was probably left by some previous occupant, that pair of minty. One thing I know about Margie is she wears fabulous underwear. That's not hers. It's obviously a precursor of the thong.
Well, look, these two are going to be back in the shop at 5:30. So do you fancy meeting us in town? Yeah, okay. Where? About the period. Such a lazy man. I've been using up a lot of energy, haven't I?
God, do you think, thinking about it now, people in the past have watched this film and assumed that all hotels in Liverpool are like this? Oh my God. It's interesting, isn't it? If you had a script like Letter to Brezhnev today and you wanted to go and do a sort of montage sequence like this, the producers, script editors, whoever, would probably try to dissuade you. But Frank, myself, everyone else from Liverpool who was involved in the making of this film, you know, to us, it was such a lovely idea to meet up with someone and go and walk around your city, you know, warts and all, because it was such a nice thing to do. And we consequently assumed that people would like to watch this. That's funny. I think this was the first thing we shot in the movie, the sequence on the steps. It was the first thing we shot. And I remember Bruce McGowan, the DOP, turning around to me and saying, that shot's NG. Now, I'd never fucking heard what NG meant. He was just saying something technical about my work, and I was thrilled. Someone was having a technical conversation with me, and then I realised suddenly that what it meant was no good. You know? I'm standing there all thrilled with myself, thinking, here I am, a director on my first film, and it was NG. Beautiful shots of the 72 on its way to Hunt's Cross. I think if I had my way now, I'd cut all these scenes of them out in the city. I used to work in that pub as a barman. My cousin had that pub. It's quite European, doesn't it? But you can't do it. I mean, this was just great. Shooting a sort of love scene, as it were, on the ferry. And look at the weather we got. It was fucking freezing, but the sun came out. It is one of the best skylines, isn't it, in the UK?
I like it. The ferry.
It's not bad, is it? Me and my sister used to come here.
And it's one of the most fun things to do, is to go on the ferry.
So she could get on with doing the Sunday dinner. So we used to have to sit up here all day, go backwards and forwards. It was really nice. We used to buy a bottle of lemonade, some sarnies.
Sarnies? What?
You know, sandwiches. These.
If my memory serves me correct, this is a long take.
I think they're lovely, don't you?
Just runs on the one shot for
Sometimes they follow the ship for days, or even weeks.
ages.
Food. Yes. I love seagulls.
I used to wish I was a bird, you know. So I could fly away and build a nest in Africa or America or wherever it is they fly to. Just to be free with no worries or anything. Here you are, birdies.
There's no way.
You don't have to worry about
I don't think there's any producer would allow you to
having a good time.
cut away the seagulls, but I don't think there's any producer would allow you to just use this one sort of take in a film. They'd want considerably more cover.
No, you don't. You love the seagulls. I haven't got wings, Peter. I can't follow your ship for days or
That's how it
weeks.
works.
I'm just Elaine. Remember? You met me in that nightclub last night.
But I want to make...
Oh, please, Peter, don't say it. Not just for the sake of it.
I only want more time with me. You must know how I feel. What I mean.
Of course I do. I feel exactly the same. I've dreamt about you.
It's very strange how films like this, I mean, are a historical record, because the Isle Man steam packet ship stopped
But it doesn't happen
a
like that,
long
does it?
time ago.
It's like feeding the seagulls.
Maybe they
You
run
think
again, I
that
don't know.
seagull, the one that just gets your sarnie, will love you for it. But it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't know it's just at your dinner, and even if it did... it
And the
wouldn't make any
skyline
difference, would it?
itself has changed so much since then.
Please, Elaine. You make me so happy. I don't want to go away. Not like this.
But you don't understand. You don't know me, and I don't know you. We only met last night, and we'll probably never ever meet again.
No, we will meet again. Look. This belonged to my grandfather. I want you to have it.
I couldn't take that off, yeah?
Please, you must. You see, if you do, it means that we must meet again.
Oh, I love you as well, you know. But it's just that in a few hours you're going to be so far away.
You must think of the next time we meet.
It's all too much for my little brain to handle. We don't normally do it like this in Kirkby. And for all I've just said, I go to the ends of the earth, but yeah.
I love the piano riffs that are used in these scenes. It's amazing the amount of scenes that are just shot with one master and no smaller cuts to close up or anything. And yet the audience is still held. And it's interesting because I remember a few American critics said it was like something that was shot for the small screen. And I could never quite get I suppose it is in many respects, but because we're very much a television nation, but you'd normally find stuff with lots more close-ups.
Just don't forget me, okay? I'll always love you, you know.
I mean, Liverpool is just a fantastic city to set something in the mythology. You could have virtually, like New York, you could have virtually any story taking place here. And I suppose for a lot of the Liverpool girls watching it, and particularly the older girls, the idea of meeting someone from another culture, another country that's come here on a ship or however they've come here, it strikes a chord. And having to leave them at a dock gate, everyone's had to stand in a railway station or an airport and say goodbye to someone that they might never see again.
Chicken.
Oh, this scene now coming up is funny. What's funny for me? And Peter Firth goes into the cabin on the ship, Peter, and he suddenly sees Elaine. And we're in a cabin that's about 6 foot square. So there's a sound recordist, the script continuity girl, myself, a cameraman, and the assistant cameraman, and it's a handheld camera, and it's boiling hot, and we're in the cabin trying to shoot this scene, and they both take their clothes off, and I suppose they're having a shag. But here you can see we're not in the cabin anymore, and the reason is we shot the scene in the cabin, but all you could hear, it was all blue, the light was all very strange and blue, and all you can hear is the heavy breathing of everyone. Because Paul Bruce McGowan, he's a big lad, he's stuck with the camera on his shoulders, his knees up in his chest, and it just looked like a tacky, cheap, shitty porno movie. Unfortunately, when we seen it, we thought there's no fucking way we can do that, so the only other thing to do was to shoot it in black. So we threw the black tabs, the black curtains that we borrowed off a Unity Theatre, I think, threw them up around my living room, and we shot this very lyrical, poetic scene. But I remember being really pissed off with Bruce McGann because Sandra takes her top off, but don't get her tits in shot. And of course, he somehow managed to frame her beautiful bust. I always liked that shot of the faces in profile, rim lit with that light. I'm sure I've nicked it from somewhere. Obviously, I've seen it somewhere and nicked it. Here we are. Make sure you don't get her breasts in shot, Bruce.
Elaine, will you stop dreaming your life away? Your tea's ready.
Don't want any.
And if you look on the television screen, that's me. I'd done a pop promo for some band for 500 quid a few weeks earlier, and we stuck that in because, of course, it's dead expensive to buy them.
Elaine, I was watching that. You was watching that, but you're not now, are you? Yeah, well, I want this size. I watched it since I came out from school, and I watch it every night. Which is precisely why we're going to watch something else for a change. And turn that telly over. I won't. You will. Piss off, you. You cheeky little bastard. Are you looking for a smack in the face, eh? Oh, yeah, off you? Yeah, off me. Who do you think you are, anyway? Who do you think you are? I'm not scared of you, you know, aren't you? Well, you will be in a minute when I rag the face off you.
Angela Clarke, so
It's
funny.
not anyone's telly, is it? It's rented, like everything else in this fucking dump. So why don't you do something really constructive like this?
Aye, get off of you, you vicious little nerd. What's going on in here anyway? You're like a pair of fucking animals.
I'm not having her talking to me like I'm a piece of shit. I never should come in and start shouting at me. She's one hard face, guess it. She told me to piss off. I know it did, because you were picking on me. I'll do more than pick on you in a minute, girl, I'm telling you.
You're telling no one, not any mother, not you. So just leave it alone, okay? And you, stop whinging, you crying little cow. I'm sick of this, Elaine. You've been looking for any excuse lately for an argument, and I'm not having it. And I don't know what this lot next door must be thinking with all the effing and blinding going on in here. So fucking pack it in now, okay? Josie, get in here.
Censorship's a funny thing for British television. That scene with Angela Walsh telling Eileen Walsh telling Elaine she's sick of all this effing and blinding round here, so fucking pack it in. David Rose, who was the commissioning editor at Channel 4, he was wondering whether he should cut some of the bad language, and there we have the writer and the executive producer. And this was the flat I lived in at the time. Oh, this lad here, he played Peter in the stage version.
Oh, yeah.
But the horrors of the stage play going onto the big screen mean that you have to have a name.
Well, me and you having a wander down the West Wing and having a bounce on the four-poster bed.
Well, there's dogs in the street.
That's strange, I didn't realise, I can't remember this high angle shot. We must have had a cherry picker then, we must have had some money to get such a nice big high angle shot.
I told you I shouldn't have come, Teresa. I'm only going to spoil your night. What's up, Elaine? Well, what do you think? He wants to marry me. Some Joe. Some fucking big Joe. And it's all on me. I don't know what you're crying for.
You can see how bitterly cold it was with all the air blowing out of people's mouths.
I don't want any of them. I only want Peter. Well, he's not here, is he? Don't you think I know that? Oh, Teresa, what's wrong with me? I wish I could
And
do that
cigarettes
all
weren't
again.
such a big thing
I'm one of
way
those
back
tearing
then.
me apart.
Well, I told you should have given him a good going over when you had your chance.
Is that all you can say to me? I should have fucked him when I had the chance.
Sorry, Elaine. Didn't mean it like that. Mean your mouth.
his mail.
How do you know?
He said it might happen in one of his letters. There just isn't anyone, not anyone, that can help me. But I'm not giving up, Teresa, I'm not.
You might have no option. Only trying to be realistic. Have you tried the British Embassy?
Weeks ago.
And what?
They're not interested.
God, they're all the same, aren't they? Do you know what I'd do? I'd get a gorgeous photo of myself, lash it in an envelope, and I'd write a dead nice letter to that fella. Hey, Vinny, what's his name? The President of Russia.
I'd forgotten Frank and I had made little guest appearances.
Why didn't I think of that? Oh, I love you.
Where are you going?
To write a letter to Brezhnev. You get in there and get your tits rubbed. In fact, why don't you get them pulled off you?
Where's she going?
Out of her mind.
I just need to be with Peter again. He loves me and I deeply love him.
We're saying this is
The British
shot on 35, this, and this is the letter to Brezhnev. Dear President Brezhnev, I know you must be a very busy man, but I dearly hope you can find time to help me.
Elaine Spencer.
Yeah, but they're always dying, them Russian presidents, though, aren't they? No, I'm sure he's dead.
I was talking on this about the fantastic faces Angela Clarke pulls.
Mind you, probably gets letters like this all the time, you know.
Stilettos and white socks, that must have been an 80s
Hi,
thing
Elaine,
as well.
How are you, Tracy?
God, I haven't seen you for ages. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
Oh, I'm smashing. I'm doing really well. Have you been to Casciaro yet?
No.
Oh, I have.
Thought you were working.
I was, but they made us all redundant about 6 weeks ago. Mind you, I'm not really that bothered. Gives me more time to do the things I want.
You still seeing me?
No. We finished just after I got my redundancy pay. And I wouldn't mind, but I spent most on him. Bastard. He's going with that one that works in the bird's eye, you know.
Is he?
What's that you posted?
Oh, just a letter.
Who are you writing to?
She's writing to the President of the Soviet Union.
What?
Anyway, Tracy, I'm in a bit of a rush, so I'll be seeing you.
Shush you.
Hang on, Elaine. Spill the beans, then.
What beans? There's no beans to spill.
Oh, come on. You're writing letters to the Soviet Union. There's no beans to spill. Oh, tell us. I won't say anything.
If you must know, I'm engaged to a Russian and they won't let him leave the country, so I've written to the President.
Oh, go away, you liar. You've been reading too many Mills and Boons, haven't you?
She's not a liar, you. She is going with a Russian and his name's Peter. And I've seen a photograph of him.
Well, where's the ring, then?
They don't give rings in Russia. They give you these.
You won't get any joy out of him. They're an ignorant lot, them Russians. Dead cold. Not interested in people. Only interested in invading the countries and depriving them of their basic human rights.
Oh, yeah? And how would you know?
Just know, don't I? It's common knowledge, isn't it? Anyway, I used to go out with a Russian.
Did you?
Yeah, his name was Vladimir. So do you know what they're like, Elaine?
If you've been to the moon, you've been there twice, haven't you, Tracy? You just don't see any good in people, do you?
What communist Russians? I don't.
You jealous bastard.
Who do you think you're talking to?
You. Do you want to know something, Tracy? I've never liked you. You're miserable, petty, and you just don't like to see people getting
Oh,
on.
look who's talking. I only put up with you because I felt sorry for you. And if it wasn't for me, you'd have spent many a night sitting in bored.
Would I? Anyway, as I said, Tracy, I've got to get going. So why don't you go and get a job, and maybe Mick will consider taking you back, if you beg him.
Well, I'd rather have him than some scabby Russian.
Do you remember that night in the woody, when you thought that girl was shagging Mick? Well, she wasn't, because I was. And do you want to know something else? He was useless. I'd rather sit on my finger.
That is a great line. I've been with your boyfriend, and do you want to know something else? He was shit. I'd rather sit on on my finger. So that is supposed to be right. That is supposed to be Russia, and this is supposed to be President Brezhnev's office, and I don't think any of us knew what President Brezhnev looked like. We just got the biggest, baldiest thug we could get to sit there, and Miss Jones. And that's the squat next door to my flat, was President Brezhnev's office. But you know the shot of the skyline of Russia? It was just a shot we knocked off at the end of the day where we were filming on the ferry of Birkenhead. And everyone in the Liverpool audience who recognised Birkenhead howled. But it did have a Russian look to it, didn't it? Sunset, a bit of a minaret-y type. It's fine, it's movies, it's showbiz. Look at the feet. And this is Liverpool's Chinatown, doubling as Kirkby. And here's one of our designers, Jonathan Swain, playing the postman. Our homage to religion. Oh, I've gone for the fucking big build-up for this letter, haven't I? I could have just cut to a shot of a letter going through the door, but I think I must have been going through my Terence Davis phase here. I'm not one for watching paint dry, honest.
I'm not letting you go, Elaine, so you might as well get used to the idea and soon. I mean, who do you know that's ever been there anyway?
No one.
Who?
I said no one.
Then why do you have to be looking this different?
I've told you why. I told both of you. Because Peter's there.
Oh, what, this line coming up there. Joey Kay, he's a good little actor, the guy who plays the dad. But I just think this is one of the most brilliant lines at the end of this scene.
Do you know why no one ever goes there? Because people like you and the press and the telly who know absolutely fuck all about the place encourage us not to.
You think you know everything, don't you? Well, let me tell you something, madam. I'm not having you preaching to me. You're only 22 years of age, and you know fuck all. So
The line being, why don't you get out your knitting and knit yourself an iron curtain? Isn't it a boss line? It's just clever.
These say I can leave. Why can't you?
I've never put my foot down with you, girl. Never.
Mum, I don't care what you say or how you try to bully me, but my mind's made up. I'm going, and that's that. So why don't you just sit down, get your wool out, and knit yourself an iron curtain?
It is a boss line, isn't it?
On a happier note, Elaine Spencer, a Kirkby girl at the former pupil of St. Gregory's School, is on her way to Russia. Elaine, who met and fell in love with the Russian sailor...
You know, I figure God must have been smiling down on us. Because the weather we had for every fucking scene in this film, right? The grey, miserable weather outside the supermarket, this nice, bright weather outside the chicken factory. Look, New Bird Street. It really is New Bird Street. And it was a sausage factory. I wonder who painted that sign.
Hiya, Josie, where's Elaine?
I think they sit there going, I painted that.
Quick, get here. There's 10 legs, 4 wings, and a couple of breasts. Tell your mother I couldn't get the full bird.
I couldn't get the full bird. Great line.
So you're a communist then?
No, I'm a human being.
Oh, Ken Campbell looks like a right scummy, seedy wretch here, doesn't he?
Hi, Elaine. This is Teresa King.
Ah, the other girl. Yeah, sorry, what was the name again? King?
With a K.
And there it is, coal, not dough.
I didn't actually meet them, but you know, I did read his lessons and see his photographs, so if you want to take just a few pictures of me, just help yourself.
Josie.
So what did Peter think of your political views then? Or were you too busy with other things?
Like what?
Well, come on, you're in love with him, so did you make love?
Yes, we did. In our own way.
You go out with sailors, don't you? You and your friend. Attractive girls. So there can't be any shortage of boyfriends.
Look, lad, what are you getting at?
The truth.
The truth is, there was no filth or smut. We love each other.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But if you want me to make something up for you, you know, something to titillate your readers, something cheesy.
And what I like about the way Frank writes as well, here's this girl who's probably had a minimum education. Basically, uneducated girls engaging a journalist in a conversation about, okay, you're talking about Russia being shit, but what do you think it's like for us here? You know, the whole, and it's not like, because a lot of writers would shy away from giving what they would perceive as uneducated people a voice, and making them so articulate. You know, their argument is so strong. And you would hear this argument. You know, he doesn't patronise the class.
Country, food shortages, lack of freedom.
Why, been there, have you?
No, I haven't been there, no.
Then how do you know about the food shortages and lack of freedom? You just take a walk into any back kitchen round here and you'll soon see food shortages. Look, lad, going to live in Russia can't be any worse than living here. So why are you trying to discourage me from escaping?
Escape? You wait till you get there. You'll be desperate to get hold of a bit of my filth and titillation.
No, I won't.
Well, I hope you're right, dear. I hope you're right.
Are you going to take any photographs of me then?
No, I've got everything I need, thanks.
I'm dead photogenic, me, you know. I take lovely pictures, I do. People stop me in the street and tell me how photogenic I am. Bastard. What was he saying to you? He didn't really say anything. He had it all written down before he came. Wanting to know if me and Peter, oh, you know.
They want to know the ins and outs of a cat's arsehole, don't they?
Anyway, I still think you should have took a picture of me. I mean, just for a laugh.
In my wisdom, I decided to give poor Angela, the younger sister, an occupation while the scene was being sort of acted out, and so she's eating chocolate biscuits. Of course, 16 takes later, and she's still eating these chocolate biscuits and feeling very sick indeed.
What's wrong with everyone in this house? I can't believe what you're saying to me. And you, who's been getting down your ear hole? You were all for it when I was posting the letter. What's wrong? You're scared of being called pinkos or commie lovers.
It's not like that, love. I don't want to get into something you're going to regret.
You must stay here on it to regret it.
We only want what's best for you, love.
Then make it easy for me and let me go.
I wonder how they did that. It was probably a Daily Post stuck on a turntable at 78 RPM.
You're quite a celebrity.
Not really, no.
You are. You've made front page news. That's quite an achievement.
Why am I here?
Just for a little chat.
It's very weird for me to watch scenes like this because Neil Cunningham, this actor, he was like a really good friend to us all. He'd worked in Liverpool, masses and masses. He'd worked up here, and he'd really been massively influential with me and Frank, with all of us really. And he knew Peter Firth. He introduced us to a lot of people, and
Can you speak Russian now?
and about 3 or 4 years after this was made, he was one of the first people that we knew of to die from AIDS, and it was really a shock to us all.
Think about your impending trip.
It's quite bizarre looking at seeing. I mean, that's the weird thing about film, isn't it? You look at people and they're alive again.
And of course you do. And it's that makes it all the more difficult, isn't it? You say that you can understand how they feel.
Well, we're not exactly encouraged to go there, are we?
This was shot in the homeopaths round the corner,
One thing is certain, if
a few doors up from where I lived. So that's what a homeopathic consulting room looks like. And in fact, my mother sent me a clip a few weeks ago from the local paper, the Liverpool Echo, and the flat was up for sale. And as part of the selling of the advert, he'd put as used in the film letter to Brezhnev.
Or being upset.
Well, you can't blame me for being in love.
No, of course not, no. And love is a very important emotion. But
I wonder
think
if
it's
that
very important
impressed
to keep
anyone.
Things clear to you, and try to discuss this matter with you without becoming emotional. imagine that you are now living in Russia. What difficulties are you going to have? You have no knowledge of the language, you don't understand the money, you're not at all acquainted with their customs or with their culture. But the biggest obstacle that you'll have to overcome...
I often wondered whether the Foreign Office would try to dissuade anybody from going to Russia during this period.
Let me finish. If you go to Russia, if you marry, and if you become a Soviet citizen, from the moment that you sign the form, which makes...
I mean, given all the shit we get fed about asylum seekers and that whole trip, it's interesting, isn't it?
Time onwards that you will be allowed to leave Russia. You must understand that you must give up everything.
I haven't got anything to give up.
But you have. You have your youth, you have your beauty, you have your freedom. Now let's try and look at it another way. You want to settle down, don't you?
Yes,
You want to marry and to have children.
yes.
Then please, Elaine, wake up. If you go, you're heading for disaster. I'm a family man myself. I have a son, I have 2 daughters. My oldest girl, Fiona, is round about the same age as you, which is perhaps why I feel so passionately about this. I feel that you must be told everything, so that you can be protected.
I know all that, and you've been dead nice. But I'm sorry, I've got a ticket of the President to Russia, one of the most important men in the world. And I'm not afraid of what's round the corner. I love him. And it's not a holiday romance. He loves me. I know he does.
No matter what you think, people are very concerned about your welfare. Parents or friends, and we are concerned. Now, believe me, it's not an agreeable thing trying to dissuade people from doing things that they feel are right for them.
It's interesting, isn't it, the way the politics of the times change. But when this was made, we were all perceived as a threat to national security. We were actually a political threat.
This is a picture of Peter, yes?
And here's the producer's big debut.
Yes.
This is a picture of Peter and his wife.
As well.
I'm very sorry.
This always reminded me of those old 70s Sunsilk adverts. Again, one of Leslie Walker's little touches. I like this scene as well. I think it's nicely paced, nicely pitched.
What's it like in here? One table selling pot, the other table selling knockoff. I'm not going to Russia. What do you mean, you're not going? I'm just not.
Just at the end of this scene,
No one wants me to go. Like who?
Margie comes out with some great lines. At the end of this scene,
So then, that's why you're going anyway.
yeah, I think about whether or not people drink
Look, Elaine,
real alcohol in the scene, or coloured alcohol, or coloured water pretending to be alcohol. At the very end of the scene, when they were rehearsing it, they knocked back 2 glasses of vodka. And every time they did it, something was missing. I didn't know what it was. And I suddenly realised that it needed to be, if you were necking a big shot of vodka, you know, your face would show it. So during the rehearsals, we were using water, and without telling them, I just filled the glasses with vodka for the actual take, and you can really see it in the look on their faces. They knock it back with a band, and then you can just see this this real
So we pulled out
vodka hit the back of the take. And I wish we had the, you know, the end of the take. You know, these things have probably been thrown in a bin in Soho somewhere. The end of the take, when they actually say cut, the look on their faces and the laughter.
I can spot them a mile off. And if it's one thing
And then she goes outside. Obviously, she leaves. I think she has an argument first with Elaine, with Teresa. I think Elaine has an argument with Teresa now, and goes outside. And we've got Sandy Shaw singing "Always Something There to Remind Me," which has to be one of the cheesiest, but it really does work. It's cheesy as fuck, but it really does work. And Sandy Shaw, we actually couldn't buy the original track, so Sandy Shaw, I guess gratis, went into a studio with some of the original band and re-recorded it for us. It's probably handy that she was married to Nick Powell at the time as well. Well, it was much appreciated. She was a cool dude for doing that.
He's married, so will you just leave me alone? No, I won't leave you alone. All right, he's married. Well, you've got a ticket there, haven't you? Get off over there and find out for yourself.
More Elsie Tanner acting from Margi and Sandra. Always something there to remind me, being this fucking star.
Come back to us.
Go home with you?
Yeah, why not? No complaints the last time, was there?
Yeah, well, that was before I found out you had his sweaty eyes. Now go on, move it, before I cuff the face off you. Well, go on.
Yeah, bitch.
And the said vodka in question, that's a lot of vodka.
What's that? Vodka.
And they have to keep going. Oh! Now, this, as always, this might be sour grapes on my part so many years on. But we couldn't film at Liverpool Airport because certain people in the Liverpool City Council decided they were unhappy about us shooting Letter to Brezhnev. And so we had to shoot it at Manchester Airport, the leaving scene, which is coming up. And that's always pissed me off. But of course, Liverpool City Council went on to be fucking brilliant about the whole thing, and they opened probably the first film office in the country. And it's down to the efforts of the City Council that, you know, Liverpool's on the map and doing well out of film. But this is actually Manchester Airport. And it was scary to shoot this because in the middle of shooting the scene, we were stopped and everyone had to drop everything and we shoved to the side because suddenly that day a member of the royal family decided that they were going to land at Manchester Airport. So for the time it takes for that royal personage to pass through the airport, right, the whole airport has to come to a standstill effectively because of security. So I had, an hour, 2 hours to shoot the scene. And of course the royal family weren't gonna sit back while a group of red in the bed filmmakers made the sort of, as the Americans called it, commie movie. I had some American producers say, oh yeah, you made that commie movie.
Not the big funny girl everyone thinks, you know. Big soft ass, really.
And I think this captured the look of Sandra and Margi, of Alex and Margi really well. They look so beautiful in this scene. And it touches me still watching it.
Well, that's me. I better get going. Listen, I'll write you as soon as I get there and tell you what it's like.
You better, or I'll get over there and glow the face off you.
I will, honest. I'll get off then.
Elaine, look after yourself.
I
I won't have miss you.
And I'll miss you as well.
Don't think it's right.
I won't. Oh, Teresa, if it hadn't been for you, none of this would have happened. And do you want to know something? You're right. I am lucky.
The first time I saw this, I thought it was a beautiful look held for such a long time, and then my eyes just go right down to the floor, and what do you see? Margie's mark in tape on the fucking floor. And those lovely credits from Jamie Reed.